Hi guys, it's Miss Mary from Manhasset Library, and today we're going to do a really fun summer painting like this, and it's pretty easy. You just need your paint, yellow, blue, green, and white. 2 greens, a dark green and a light green. I have them right here, some of them. You need a couple of brushes, skinny brushes, some Q-tips, which I have right here. That's what we're going to use to make the actual flowers. And see, you can tape them together to make little bunches. So you can just punch little shapes. They're fun. And for the background, I use these sponge brushes. They're very easy. So you just need some paper towels and some water. So gather everything and we will get started. Okay, so here we are, and we're gonna paint our background first. We're gonna use this brush, these types of brushes. You can use another brush if you want, but these are just very inexpensive. You can get them anywhere. And we have our paint right here. So we're going to start with the top, and you need to have the paint pretty watered down. This blue is a little bit different than the one I used in the original, but that's okay. And you start at the top with the blue and do little circular, semicircular movements like this. So you see how this is a little different. Don't put too much paint. And stretch it like this. If you put too much paint, first of all, it's going to take forever to dry, and it just won't look very well. And then you add some water to the brush like this. So you can just stretch it down. So it's going to get lighter and lighter. Like that. And then you can use the same brush or a different one, whatever you want. You can get the yellow and go right into it with the same kind of movements. Like this, semicircular. And here's the trick. You take the yellow and you go right up into the blue, so you can see how it's mixing and blending and making a little greenish kind of color. That's what you want. Everyone's going to look different. It just depends on how you blend it. I like to blend them a lot, but you don't have to. You can make it very blue, very yellow, very green, whatever you want. Don't make it too watery. And then the very bottom is going to be green, right at the very, very bottom. Let me just clean my brush a little bit. This is what you need the paper towels for. And you go into the green. And this is at the very bottom. So start at the bottom, make the darkest green at the very bottom. If you want, you can even blend the blue and the green together to make a darker green. See how that's darker? I'll show you. See, I took the green and the blue and blend them together. And then you get a darker green. And then do the same thing. Blend it up into the yellow a little bit. Like that. So you don't really have too much green. It's mostly yellow and blue. And if you want to add more yellow, you can do that. Add more blue. Really, whatever you want to do. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. Once I get my brush a little cleaner. I'm actually going to use this brush just to add a little bit more yellow. Right there. And there you have it. Now you have to let this dry. It's very wet right now. Before we can continue, let it dry for maybe an hour, half an hour, depends on how wet you got it. And we'll come back and we'll do the rest of it. Okay? Okay guys, I'm back. Mine is not quite dry, but it's almost dry. It doesn't have to be completely perfectly dry, but it's good. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the stems for our flowers. And here are my paints. I have 3 different greens. I have a little black to make a darker green if I need to, I'm not sure yet, and lots of white paint. I just love these flowers. They're so pretty. So let's go in with a darker green, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the stems for the flowers so we know where they're going to be. Now you can do a lot more flowers. You can do 4 or 5 flowers if you want, whatever you want. I'm going to do 3. You can do one big one. Really can do whatever you want. I am going to start this one. The best thing to do is start at the bottom and do a quick movement up like that. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. And then maybe another one here. And another one over here. Just do really quick movements. So now you know where the flowers are going to be. Now we're going to do the grasses at the bottom in 3 different greens. And these are just really quick little grass. I'll show you like this. In all different colors. Some long, some not so long. Moving in all different ways because that's just the way grasses are. darker green right here. And maybe I'll use a smaller brush. And you can make some darker ones like that. Don't put too many darker ones. You don't want to have really dark grass. Make a little bit more. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a little dark on the stem. Because if you look at grass, there's no one color, it's all different colors. Dark there. And then I'm going to do some really light green ones with this bright green. See, it's almost like a yellow green. I think that might be enough glass. We can add more later. If you want, you really can keep going with this. You can make it whatever you want. Now I'm going to add the centers of the flowers. You can see on the original there are little circles. And the top half is light green and the bottom half is dark green. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a circle. There's that. And that. And then we're going to come in with the darker and do the bottom half. Or not even a half. The bottom really is a little bit smaller. And it's not really a full circle. It's more like an oval shaped. But it's an easy way to do a flower. Like that. I am going to continue this stem up here a little bit. Down. So you see how I'm adding. The more I see it, the more I just want to keep playing with it. So I gotta stop. Now we're going to do the white flower part. And for this, we're going to use Q-tips. And make sure you have clean water, so the white is really white. So I have a lot of single Q-tips, and I also have these little bunches where I tape them together. They're fun. It's a fun way to do flowers. So I usually start off with the bigger one. I have 5 of them right here together. And I go right into the white paint. And see what it's going to look like. Let's see. Let me just start off like that. And you can fill in with other single Q-tips or smaller groups. With this one down here, I'm going to make a really full flower. So I'm going to make this circle. And this one is going to be a pretty big flower too. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my 3. Here they are. So you see how the 3 makes a different shape. And you really just keep going like this and fill in wherever you think you might need it. A little bigger. There we go. And then go down to a single one. So you can maybe control it a little bit better. And for this one, I'm going to make it look like it's a windy day and it's been blown away, which happens all the time. I love this. Like that. See, isn't it easy to do this with Q-tips? Who knew? All these uses for Q-tips. You can even, if you want, put a couple little stray ones over here. Cute. So really you can make this your own, but I think this one might be done. Okay, so have fun. You can make as many as you want. I'm doing this one on canvas, but you can do it on paper. You can do it on anything you have at home. One more, okay. I think that's enough. So you see how they're a little different. This one is a little Well, it's a different blue, but they're pretty close to the same. There's that one. Okay, so I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.